What's up, guys? This is Big Drew. This is Titan Lifestyle. It's Friday once again. Back in the lab doing what I do. We do this every week at 2 p.m. I talk about Titan events. I talk about the therapy of the week. Usually we pick out a therapy that we highlight here at Titan. Sometimes Titan has a deal on it, but we'll highlight that, talk about that. Q&A, which is my favorite part. So if you guys and girls are tuning in, get your questions ready. I love answering questions live and direct. And I'm also going to talk about a specific topic today. So every week is the same standard protocol. Start out with therapy of the week, then I go into my Q&A, and then we'll go into topics, and then I'll finish it off. Let you guys know if you have any Titan events going on. So right now, I'll give everybody a second to get going, to get on. I'm Big Drew. This is Titan Lifestyle. Again, I've been doing this for years now. Every week, I've had about 300 episodes. So if you missed this one, or you missed some of the past ones, you could always go to the podcast icon on your Android or iPhone. Just type in the Titan Lifestyle, and you can see all the shows that me and John have done over the years. So if you ever have any questions, if they don't get answered live, you can go back. And you could even just type in keyword in the search. So if you want to know about Retta, type in Retta. You could actually single it out to figure out what exactly me and John were talking about. So speaking of Retta, Retta is our therapy of the week. Like I said, every week we'll highlight a therapy here at Titan. We'll talk about it. We usually give a discount on it. This week it's Retta. What is Retta? Retta is a GLP-1, similar to Semi and similar to Terza, but the only difference with Retta is that you're not going to have to worry about losing or wasting muscle. A lot of times bodybuilders, they're worried about taking Semi and Terza because a lot of them are lean already. So if you're lean already, a lot of those GLP-1s, they'll pull off your lean body mass. So they'll just pull off the mass of your body, not necessarily the fat. Now with Retta, you don't have that problem. With Retta, you could take it. You're not going to have to worry about losing muscle. You can still gain muscle while you're taking it. It's going to curb your appetite a little bit, not as drastic as Semi or Terza. But again, no side effects of the nauseousness that some people get with Semi. And it's real clean. I know people have been taking Retta. They say it's a clean feeling. They don't feel anything, which is good. A lot of times, when people take fat burners or things to lose weight, it's usually like a high stimulant or appetite control where they'll feel a specific type of way. Usually they feel bad. Usually have a whole bunch of energy or tired or headache because you're not eating. With Retta, I haven't taken it myself, so I can't say off personal experience. From what everybody I've known personally and patients, they don't feel anything. They don't feel up or down, but they just notice the results. So that's another thing too. If you guys and girls are worried about, am I going to feel okay on this? I've yet to hear of anybody feeling negatively on Reddit. Now, what are you going to get
Medical
with Reddit?
Centers
You're going to get fat
Retta.
loss. You're
Next
going to get
level
weight
more
loss.
than expected, or
Having
wanting
trouble
something
getting
stronger
stubborn
than
areas,
traditional
or if
weight
you've
loss
already been dieting,
therapies, then
if you're a
Titan
bodybuilder
Medical
out there, or
Centers
just
Retta
someone
may
who's
be the
already been
upgrade.
dieting
This
and you're like,
advanced triple
I
action
already diet,
injectable
I
works
already
on three
clean,
key pathways
I already
involved
go
in
to the
appetite
gym, I already
control,
do my cardio,
fat
I
burning,
get my rest.
and weight
Just
reduction.
can't get over that
For
hump.
more
Want to just get a
information,
little bit
visit
leaner? Reddit's going to get you there. It's definitely going to get you there. Now, if there's anything you're looking to combine with Retta, you could actually take ECA Plus with Retta. ECA Plus is another, it's kind of like a fat burner, almost like a pre-workout style capsule. It's going to give you great energy, and it's going to have fat burning effects, pharmaceutical fat burning stuff in there as well. So if you're looking to take something before you work out with the weight loss to get shredded, take take an ECA cap, and then while you're on your Retta. So you could definitely combine those together. If you want to step it up another notch, if you really want to do it, throw in some testosterone. Now, testosterone targets visceral fat and abdominal fat specifically. So if you take testosterone with the Retta and the ECA, now you're getting like an ultimate fat burning effect. But you could always start with the Retta. Again, it's the therapy of the week, so that means there's always a special on it. Call the office 727-389-3220 and just let them know I just heard Big Drew on the live talking about Retta. They're going to hook you up, and you're going to get a discount just for making that call. But make sure you do it today. I believe today is the last day on that. I'm not sure, but usually with therapy of the week, it's usually that Friday. The office closes here at 6, but I believe that's good all the way past then, as long as it's today. Don't quote me on that. But again, Reddit, jump on it. I guarantee you guys are gonna like. I can't guarantee, but almost guarantee you guys and girls are gonna like it. I haven't heard anything bad on it yet. Now I have heard, I keep it real. I have heard bad stuff with Semi or Terza. Actually, not so much Terza, with Semi. Sometimes people have nauseous feelings from that, but again, if that's something you get through Titan, we have ways we can go around that. We actually have capsules that'll take that away as well. But today it's about Retta, so jump on Retta. Um, Bodybuilder friendly, and you don't have to worry about losing muscle, which is the main thing. Main thing. I wasn't going to take it. I might try it. I like to stay lean all the time, but I might try it just to see. I don't like to talk about products too much unless I've tried them myself. So I'm probably give it a run next time, next couple months, or even sooner than that. Let you guys know my experience with it. Now, what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to take pictures. I'm going to take my weight and everything before I do it. I'm going to keep my workout and diet and everything the same like I always do to see if I can see the difference. So that's a real way to tell. If you really want to see what's working, do everything you've been doing and add something, and then if you can see the difference, okay, that's what made a difference. So a lot of times people they will change their workout, they'll change their whole lifestyle, and they'll get results. But again, if you're not taking anything, you're not working out, you're not eating clean, you're not resting, doesn't matter what you do, you're going to see a change. But if you're doing everything the same and then you add something or take something out and see a difference, that's how you could really tell. I could talk all day long about what it does and what it doesn't do, but applications is the best way. um, Again, there's so many protocols out there. They say don't do this, people do it, they get results from it. So like I say, every week, do what works best for you. Just do it safe, just do it within reason. Shout out to So Simply, asking how I'm doing today. I'm doing pretty good. It's a nice day outside. It's like 80 out right now. Not to rub it in my northerner's face. Let me see exactly. Let me see exactly. Right now it is 80. Yeah, it's 80 degrees today. I think the high is 82 today, or 80, 81. But yeah, so another beautiful day here in Florida. Can't complain. It's a little cloudy, but hey, I take the clouds over that snow. Anybody out there experiencing that slow, let me know, because I grew up in that. I'm never going back to it. I don't care what it is. I don't care if the cost of living is half. I'm never going back to the cold. I hate the cold, hate the snow, hate everything about it. Hate the way it makes my joints feel. Seasonal depression. I hate sliding around outside. I hate feeling cold all the time. I hate having to thaw out and warm up all day long. I hate shoveling. I hate snow on the ankles of my socks, wet all day long. I just hate the snow altogether. So if you love it, you love it, but I hate it. So I'm going to stay right here. I'm a 75 and over guy, or 80. I probably say 80 and over. Anything below 80, I'm hooded up. I just don't like it. So one thing quick about temperature, I always hear people say that some people, they like the heat, like me, they like to be 90 to 100 degrees, and other people they don't like it. Um, One thing I will say is your body temperature is 98.6 degrees average. The average person, when they take the temperature, 98.6. That's the standard. So if it's 78 degrees outside, that's 20 degrees colder than your body temperature. So okay, 78. You're already 20 degrees colder than your body temperature at 78. So comparatively, when people say, would you rather be in the freezing cold or 100 degrees? I'd rather be in 100 degrees because that's only less than 2 degrees hotter than my body temperature. Now, if I'm in the 50-degree weather, that's 48 degrees or 50 degrees almost less than my body temperature. So I'm a firm believer in heat heals. It's good for your joints, good for your immune system. Cold does the opposite. So just real quick, I'll put it out there. When people are complaining it's 90 degrees, it's probably because they're just not used to it because your body's already 98.6. So other countries, you'll see people outside that don't have AC at 90 degrees. They're working and they're not really sweating. They're just kind of used to it. So same thing. I do not like anything anything below 80. It's crazy because I grew up north too, and it was cold every winter. It was cold, pretty much cold all the time, not just the winter. Never realized it till I came to Florida after about a year. I'm like, wait a minute, it's still summer. It's been a year. and I never went back. I never had a reason to. I never wanted to. So this is where it's at. I'm a heat demon. Heat's great. Sun is great. You guys always see me. You're always wondering why I'm wearing a hoodie all the time, even if it's 80 to 90 degrees. Usually it's because I'm trying to warm up my body in the gym. I like to be warm. I like to be sweaty before I start my workout. Helps my joints. Speaking of joints, BPC 157 has done wonders on my shoulder. I had a rotator issue. Uh, it's been almost 2 months now. I had a rotator issue, and I thought it was going to be like one of them things where I can't do this again. It's always going to be there, and it was probably the longest type of lagging injury that I've ever had. It's been about 2 months, a little over 2 months. I'm starting to train now. I'm starting to figure out different lifts that I could lift that's not aggravating um, the joint or the shoulder. So anybody out there that's dealing with injuries, that's one of the things one of the topics today I'll talk about. Um, High reps when you have a muscle that's previously been injured. So in other words, if you have a torn bicep, not currently, but if you tore your bicep in the past, I'll advise you to do light, high rep squeezing curls or whatever you do for your biceps. Same thing on your triceps, same thing on your chest. If you've completely torn out your chest or biceps,
Of Titan Medical Center's healing
especially if you haven't
peptide,
gotten surgery,
BPC
I've torn
157?
both biceps, never got the surgery. They never detached. But there is a little bit slight deformation, slightly off. But again, I'm not going to lift, I'm not going to be curling 120, 130-pound dumbbells like I used to. First of all, it's not really going to stimulate the muscle growth at this point. It's only going to cause a tendon or get the bicep to rip again. So if you've had injuries, whether it's quad, whether it's calf, bicep, chest, shoulder, muscle related injuries, I'm not talking about joint related issues, more muscle related, I'd advise you to just go lighter. Go lighter. If you're a normal guy that does 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12, do 3 or 4 sets of 20 to 30. I get a lot more stimulation out of my biceps when I do 30-pound dumbbells, which is real light for me for 30 reps, as opposed to doing 80 dumbbells for 10. I just feel better. I get more of a pump. When I go heavy, I'm just more worried about my tendons and I'm more worried about my biceps again. So don't feel like you have to go heavy just because you used to. That was my biggest thing. I always lifted heavy. So a lot of the lifts that I do now, I'll still lift heavy certain things, but my main thing is like, man, I used to do 3 times that. It doesn't matter. The muscle doesn't know how much weight you're lifting. It just knows the stress that it's under. So get that mind muscle connection strong, squeeze, and just burn it out. Burn it out. Do
Your
high
body's been
reps.
feeling
You're going to
tight.
be tempted, especially now with people making videos. You may have people in your comments saying, hey, why is Big Drew using only 25-pound dumbbell or this and that? I've seen videos, when he was rich, he used to curl the 150 hammer curls. Yeah, I used to do all that stuff. But again, it's for the video. Did it really make my muscles bigger? No, it's great for content. So shoot for high reps. Shoot for 4 times 25 or 5 times 20 or 4 times 30 or whatever it is. Even if you're squatting, if you've had injuries on your back, your quads, any type of L1 or whatever, all the discs in your back or any type of injuries, rather than load up 500 pounds and make a video and start yelling and hitting the wall and doing all that crazy stuff, I've been a victim of it too. Just find something, do 30 reps squats. I mean, if you put 2 plates on the bar and you do 30 reps without stopping, you do that 3 times, you're going to get more out of your legs, I feel, than you are if you do 4 or 5 for, 3 sets of 5 or 10 or whatever the case may be. So high volume, lightweight, mind muscle connection for body parts that have been previously injured. Ego lifting will get you injured again. It will definitely get you injured again. I'm a victim of it. I've done videos in the past. I've been doing this a long time. So I've done videos where, you walk in and I'm cold and it's like, let's get a video real quick. Okay, let me load it up to make it look good for the video. And boom, pop my bicep. I did it. I did it on my right bicep a few years back. Was making a tight video. put 315 on the preacher. I'm like, yeah, or 3 plates on the preacher. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just do some singles. Now, normally the singles for me is easy. I could do sets of 20. But once again, I wasn't warm. We're on our way walking out. Let's just get one last one. What I do, try to be He-Man, pop my bicep. That was a good workout that day until I popped my bicep. But yeah, so be mindful. You don't want to be injured. They say that the most important thing when you're not healthy is to be healthy. So I firmly believe that whether it's sickness or whether it's injury, whenever you're sick, you're injured, the only thing you want to do is be better, is just get healthy. So be mindful of what you do. The older you get, lift smarter. You don't have to grind the joint as much to get the stimulation. What I mean by that, kind of workout, kind of like Michael Hearn does. He doesn't do a lot of high volume, but his tendons and ligaments can take it, so that works for him. So if he's doing, a set of 5, that works for him. He's going super heavy. He doesn't, that I know of, have had any injuries, so it's different. Now, just because Mike can do it doesn't mean I can go in there and do a set of 5 heavy without warming up or doing anything because I've had injuries. So just figure out what works best for you, because the last thing you want to be is out of the gym or sitting around saying, man, I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that. It's the worst feeling you could ever have. Worst feeling. Now, we don't have any Titan events coming up. We will have events coming up. If you guys subscribe to the newsletter, you'll be notified of all the events that we have. We do events. We do fashion shows. We do bodybuilding shows. We do car shows. We do a lot. We do Cars and Couture. We've done Lux Fashion Group, a lot of stuff with them, stuff with Donna Crowley. Most recent one was a Cars and Couture. But stay tuned. We do a lot. We do fashion shows, everything. I model some of the stuff. I'm not a model. I just make it work. We bring in professional models. The girls hold it down. So they always hold it down. So be on the lookout for more events. Be on the lookout. I'll be back next week. Hopefully, John will be in the office, but he's the owner. So he has like a million tasks to do. So shout out to John. Also, shout out to John. It was his birthday this week. Big shout out to my brother from another mother, John. Birthday, aging gracefully. Um, just so you guys know, the owner of Titan Medical, look at how look at what he looked like 10, 15 years ago now. And he's the owner. So shout out to John. He's not just the owner that, owns the company and he's a fat slob sitting at home pointing his finger. No, he's living the lifestyle. Him and his wife look better than they did 10 years ago. So they're doing all the right things and they're holding it down with the company. So shout out to John. Hope you had a great birthday. I'll be back next week at 2 p.m. Eastern Time with him, and we'll be talking about Titan events, and we'll be talking about therapy of the week and Q&A. So tune in, hit the bell on YouTube so you're notified of videos like this. Also check me out on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and also the podcast. This is Big Drew for Titan Lifestyle. I'll see you guys next week. I'm out.